Hello, and welcome to my first ever rail review. Today we're at the downtown station in the great city of Austin, Texas, to take a look at CapMetro's MetroRail. MetroRail is Austin's one and only commuter rail line that runs south from Leander to downtown Austin, a ride that takes 1 hour each way. The line has 9 stations and covers a total of 32 miles, or 51 kilometers, serving the greater Austin area. The line starts at Austin's downtown station and runs east across I-35 before turning northwest towards Leander. This station is actually a temporary replacement for the downtown station, which, at the moment, is being rebuilt. The old station was very simple, with 1 track and 1 platform, much like the replacement, with little room for expansion. This was fine at the time, but as the city has planned to ramp up service intervals, the station has become a limiting point for the system. The new station will include 3 tracks and 4 platforms, one of which will be a double platform, and is planned to be completed in the spring of 2021. This new station will allow for an increase in service frequency from 30 minutes to 15 minutes, meaning 4 trains an hour in either direction. In addition, the city has begun increasing the number of passing points on the Red Line to allow for greater frequency. This is because the Red Line is a predominantly single-track line with only a few passing points. CapMetro is also planning on adding 2 new stations to the route, one at the new Austin FC Stadium and another north near the Domain. Station amenities are limited for the time being, seeing as this is a temporary station, but there are 2 ticket machines, one of which was out of service. There are also a few benches and shelters, schedule information, as well as a dot matrix board that was displaying train information at the far end of the platform. From my experiences at other stations along the line, it appears as though the dot matrix boards are to be replaced with more modern info screens, which we will see later in the video. What was weird was that there appeared to be an empty mounting pole for another dot matrix display on the near end of the platform, but it had nothing on it. Having this in service would have been helpful, seeing as passengers have to look to the far end of the platform to check train times, or consult the timetables on the posted boards or on their phones. And here is our ride for today. MetroRail services use Stadler GTW DMUs that run on 2 510 horsepower diesel-electric engines. These are the smaller of 2 variants of GTWs that Stadler produce, the larger of which has an additional car. CapMetro owns 10 of these Stadler DMUs, the first 6 of which were bought in 2005 and the last 4 were bought in 2014, completing the set of 10. The first 6 are numbered number 101 to 106, and the newer trains are numbered number 201 to 204. Our train is number 106, one of the original 6 bought back in 2005. Each train has a capacity of 200 people, with room for 108 seated and 92 standing. Seating is in a 2x2 configuration, with the majority of seats being either forward or rearward facing rows of 2, and 2 sections of seating for groups. Despite there only being 1 class of ticket, there are 2 pseudo-classes. The first of which is the aforementioned standard seating, and the second is a VIP section, where I was seated, which is an elevated platform above the bogies at the front and rear of the train, which includes a table and space for a laptop and other devices, though there were no outlets anywhere on the train. The seats are comfortable, with a decent amount of cushioning on the bottom and backs of the seats, though they are a little upright, and seeing as there is no reclining feature, there's no way to adjust this, but on such a short journey, it's not really a major issue. Seat pitch was good, though I was sitting in the 4-person area. Being 6'3", the extra legroom was a welcome addition, though you would be hard-pressed to fit 2 taller individuals facing each other here. There is storage for luggage above the seats on either side of the train, as well as what appears to be a coat hanger just below that. Included in each train is free Wi-Fi, with 3G service, though CapMetro is researching to upgrade service to 4G. Enjoying the video so far? I would really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. It's totally free and it really helps me out. Plus, you can always unsubscribe later if you like. Thanks, and let's get back to the video. The Stadler DMUs are surprisingly quiet, given that the engines are not far from where the passenger seating area is, so props to Stadler for the sound insulation. The ride is also very smooth, with no real issues with up-down and left-right movement, though you will still get a few lateral jolts going around sharper corners. As far as speed is concerned, the GTWs can get up to a top speed of 71 to 87 miles per hour, though the highest speed the Red Line achieves is 60 miles per hour in the later sections of the journey. onboard signage is limited to a single dot matrix display next to the doors in each carriage, which displays the destination, next station, as well as a helpful arrow to indicate which side the doors will be opening on when arriving at a station. In addition, there is a route map above the doors in each car, which is fine, seeing as there isn't really any reason for a more comprehensive transit map quite yet.
Thank you.
CapMetro also had helpful signs throughout the train indicating which seats were okay to sit in and which ones to avoid, given the current situation. Another nice feature about the MetroRail services are the clear announcements in both English and Spanish, as seen both in the trains and on the platforms. Here is an example of a platform announcement at Plaza Saltillo, as well as the info screens mentioned earlier in the video.
To downtown station departs in 5 minutes. Route red line to Leander station departs in 26 minutes.
En las 16:47 la línea Red Line sale para Downtown Station. En las 17:08 la línea Red Line sale para Leander Station.
My journey today was on the 1:34 p.m. northbound service, which was the first afternoon train to service the full line to Leander. Capital Metro operates a peak-based service, with only certain trains servicing the full line. Lake Line and Leander are the only two stations that do not receive the full timetable of trains. The current world situation has done a number on MetroRail's passenger numbers, but there were still a few people on our train, though the majority of them got on at the downtown station like I did, with the majority of stops on the way to Leander being a formality more than anything. For example, this stop at MLK Jr., we were stationary for less than 20 seconds.
Doors open, left.
Because MetroRail is a commuter service, it follows CapMetro's commuter fare pricing, with $3.50 for a single ticket and $7 for a day pass, with variations in pricing based on reductions. Day passes can also be used for any local services, including the vast network of CapMetro buses. Another added bonus is that students, faculty, and staff at the University of Texas get free access to all CapMetro services, which is nice. Many of the stops along the route are single platform, much like the downtown station, or here at Plaza Saltillo. Only Leander, Kramer, and MLK Jr. have 2 platforms, though once the new downtown station opens, the number of multi-platform stations will increase to 4. Here is an example of one of those, seen at Kramer Station, which is also the only non-island platform of the multi-platform stations. It is also a key passing point on the line, seen here. And here is the end of the line at Leander Station. There really isn't much here, with the station, park and ride, and local HEB taking up the surrounding landscape. There are also connections to local bus routes at the multiple bus stands outside the station. Station amenities for Leander are much the same as seen at the downtown station, though the surrounding architecture is a little nicer. Included on the platform were 2 ticket machines, benches, shelters, dot matrix displays, as well as route maps and posted timetables. There also appears to be a more formal waiting area, which most likely held bathrooms and vending machines, though it is currently undergoing renovations, so I could not find out more. Well, I hope you enjoyed the journey today. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and also let me know if you enjoyed this type of video. It took quite a while to produce compared to my usual content, so I'd love to hear what you had to say down in the comments below. Well, now I've got 20 minutes to kill before hopping back on the train down to Austin. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed the ride.